Hello everybody, this is the Harbinger, and this is He is Coming. Who is coming, you might ask? The ancient evil of the forest Leshen. We are this knight over here, and we can walk around the map like this, and there are some monsters nearby, and hopefully we will encounter a lot of more loot before we are encountering any of these monsters. We are currently equipped only with a wooden stick, and that is not going to be enough to fight the ancient evil Leshen when we are going to encounter him. We have currently 3 days and 3 nights time to be able to prepare for the first boss. This is going to be the Razor Claw Grizzly. He doesn't care about armor and deals 3 damage, has 15 HP, and yeah, it would be nice if we could find any amount of actual items there. We can't. I guess we can fight bears maybe, but yeah, this doesn't look too good for the initial start. Okay, here's some jewelry at least. Battle start. Spend 5 speed to permanently gain 1 additional strike. That is a potentially huge pickup. We don't have that speed yet, but multi-striking is very, very good in this game. So I'm going to take that. And we now know that if we can find such stuff, we're really happy. There is a smithy, and I would love to be able to look here. Battle start, gain 1 additional strike. That's just the first attack. On hit, convert 1 speed to 1 attack. So I do think we have access to a really good speed build here. We just have to find actual items. Where are you guys? Okay, we can fight this raven. They steal your money, but we don't have any money, so we don't really care about the ravens doing that. We can just let them steal 0 of our money here, and we can whack them until they're dead and end up with more money than when we started. Okay, so what's here? Redwood cloak, ice block shield, or a double-plated armor? I don't like this, since we do kind of want to go for a speed thing. Freezing ourselves when we have less than... we're gonna have 0 damage if we do that, so I'm gonna take the redwood cloak here, and that will at least be some amount of sustain, so we can fight opponents here. And I guess the merchant, then we can at least fight these... no, we can't fight ravens to gain money, because ravens will also steal our money. Such a weird start. Not a single normal treasure chest yet. Well, these wolves are dealing damage to us, but we are almost not taking any, because we started that battle with 10 health and we are at 9 now because of the redwood cloak. But yeah, there's no need to visit the merchant yet. I mean, you can see what he has. But when then we restore 3 more health, gain 1 attack. That's potentially pretty dope. Kindling bomb, deal 1 damage to enemy. The enemy next bomb triggers is increased by 3. If you have no armor, gain 3 attack, 3 armor and 1 freeze. If your health is full, gain 5 armor. That's pretty interesting if we can combine that with some other stuff. Regain your base armor and give yourself the enemy 5 freeze each. Okay, now we know what's available over here. There is a waypoint. Let's just fight this wolf. Gain a tiny bit of gold, and okay, here's some more jewelry boxes. Gain 2 attack for each equipped jewelry item. I guess that is going to be better than the wooden stick, and we do already have the Citrian ring, so this is going to be 5 attack here. No, it's going to be... this is jewelry, and this is jewelry. Shouldn't this be... oh, this... oh, maybe this is... maybe this is only an effect that enters in battle. So going up to 7 now? No. Wait, what? In 2 attack for each equipped jewelry item. Why isn't it working? Anyway, what's here? Restore health, deal damage. And let's restore health on hit. That way we can get rid of the redwood cloak down the line. And then let's see here. No, maybe it's base 1 damage, and this takes it up to 3. I guess that's the most likely explanation for what's happening here. Anyway, I do like this a little bit better now, except that I don't like it at all that we're already up against the boss. Yeah, this looks very hard like a fail here. Just because we haven't found any items. Okay, here's an item. And taking this thing is not going to help us, because we're gonna go up to 13 health, but he's going to deal 3. And he's faster than us, and we're dealing 3 back, so that's not going to help. Freezing him, it's basically the same as for 1 turn, is removing 2 attack from his attacks. That these are kind of identical. No, wait, we have on hit restore health. Maybe it isn't as grim as I thought, because he deals 3. We deal 3 and we heal 1. Okay, let's take this redwood cloak here. That way, if we survive, we can combine it at the golem. I have my doubts because we have less health. We aren't going to start at max health anyway. He is going first, but we are healing on hit here. That might actually be enough to make us survive 1 more hit here. So then he goes down to 6, we go up to 7, and we go down to 4, he goes down to 3, we go up to 5, we go down to 2, and he goes down to 0. Okay, that was too close for comfort, but now these guys can be combined. Yes, okay, I never doubted, of course I did, but okay, these are now golden, heals us for 4. This means that, didn't this guy have a cool item for us? Whenever you heal... whenever you restore 3 or more health, gain 1 attack. This is a one-time effect, so I don't think that is going to matter too much. And I think we kind of like the idea of going for some jewelry-based stuff. We just need to find a little bit more jewelry stuff. And why not head further down here? A really nice thing about this thing is that it is a decent chunk of sustain for us. So, for example, this bat over here is going to deal 2 damage to us, and we're going to heal more than this guy is going to attack us for, right? Now we're going to heal 4, he's going to attack us for 4. So yeah, it's going to be a net 0 thing, I think, unless he heals at a bad time. Okay, more golden stuff. Wounded give the enemy 6 freeze. Doesn't really help us when we are already below the wounded threshold. I am just going to take the golden leather glove here. Gives us more max health, gives us 2 more speed, so maybe we can actually win some of these speed ties. Let's see. If your health is full, gain armor. Our health is far from full. Wounded, regain base armor. If you have no armor, gain armor and freeze. Deal 1 damage to enemy. Next bomb. Yeah, neither of these items are going to help us too much. I'm just worried that we should go for that merchant and reroll, but there's also opportunity to find other stuff here. Let's go down here, take this item, another leather glove. No. first turn temporary gain 2 attack. I mean, we do have the chance to get a diamond item, and I wouldn't mind that. Waypoint unlocked. What's this down here? It's a bear. How scared are we of bears in this game, that is? We don't have armor, so the additional clawsole is not going to work. They're going to deal 2 damage, and they're slower than us. They have 8, so they're going to survive 2, so we're going to take 4 damage. And it's going to be a net 0 gain, so I'm not too fond of that. Let's just heal a little bit here, because I think it's too scary to have that little health. But it's also really bad to lose out on so much potential gathering time. And you gain armor if we don't gain attack if we don't have armor. So we should be on the hunt for some armor here, or ideally a way to generate armor. Exposed gain armor. Yeah, we need to. Don't think that's the thing. I do think shield of the hero is okay. It would at least make it so that they don't start with additional damage here. Oh, this is new for me. There is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so these are not normal bears. This is a normal bear. That's 5, 2, 3, 1, and this is a crazed honey bear. A buttload of more stats. Gonna deal 8 damage out of the gate, and they're guarding a beehive. I think it's really scary for us to fight these bears, because they have 16 health, and they're gonna deal 8 and then 4. Yeah. Okay, very interesting. But I think we need to consider coming back here when we can multi-attack or some way deal more damage to these bears. Because it's not only one, we have to get through a load of them. But neat, that's a new interaction I haven't seen yet. And I'd love to try to actually get a look at that, but you know, it's hard to get through 3 crazed honey bears here. Okay, here's a merchant and a hero's grave. Maybe this can help us. First time the enemy becomes wounded, trigger all of your wounded items. I mean, we don't really have any enemy wounded items. Any way for us to gain a little bit of speed here? Let's reroll 1 or 2 times. If you have 0 speed, gain 1 speed. So gaining speed is good and all, but we need to be at 5. 1 more reroll, we can afford that. Battle start, spend 2 armor to gain 3 speed and 1 attack. That is it. That is perfect. Okay, we just need this to be in front of this and this to be behind it. I don't even know if this needs to be in. This is not battle start, so we only need this to be after this. So we will end up at 1 speed, 4 attack, 1 armor, and double strike. So we should deal 8 damage each time it's our time to strike. That should make us at least a lot more lethal against the honey bears. I'm gonna take a look at this item first and see what it is here. The leather vest is very tempting. Takes us very close to the rawhide set, and the rawhide set is really good. I'm gonna sack the leather glove we don't need, and I'm gonna also try to keep in mind that we can sack this thing for... We lose 4 max health, but we don't really need that spot. Normal bear, and here we are. Battle start, gain armor equal to lost health. Then, yeah. Every turn gain 1 attack and restore 1 health. That's also a really good one. If the enemy has no armor, thorns deal double damage. We don't do the thorns. I'm going to remove. This is a hero's grave. They have the best items, so I'm going to sack. I'm going to spend my banishes to re-roll these items. Turn start, gain 2 armor and lose 1 health. This is precisely the kind of item I am looking to have, because we need to have armor, so this guy doesn't really do too much to us. So this guy basically heals us, always heals us for, let's just take 1 less damage than we would have without it. So that's nice. We already heal back on the Bejeweled Blade with the on-hit effect, so we do have the healing. We need to offset this health loss, but against this guy it also makes it so that he doesn't gain 3 additional attack. So this thing against the upcoming boss heals us for 4 each damage there each turn, so it's going to be very good. I don't want to sack the Leather West, because this is a part of the Rawhide set, which is really good. This is the armor we need to trigger both of these, so I do think it's the golden Redwood Cloak that's going to go, because golden leather gloves is also just straight up better than this guy. So let's take that. And now the question is, can we fight the crazed honey bears? Okay, so I'm going to fight this bear over here. This is a regular bear. Yes, and I'm going to do it on a slower thing here, just try to pay attention to what's happening. So we are dealing 8 damage here before the opposition can do anything. Also, we're double striking, meaning that this thing heals 1 more twice. Yeah, okay. Crazed honey bears, they are going to be faster than us. And we are going to have armor, so they're going to deal 8 damage to us when they're dealing damage. We're dealing 8 damage back. Oh, that's so scary. So scary. Okay, so it's so dependent on who goes first. We have 21 health, they have 16. We're both dealing 8 damage to each other. But we have to get through 3 of these honey bears. It's so scary. I'm a little bit. I haven't really understood how the speed stuff works, because I think battle start removes speed before who goes first is determined. So I do think we will not go first if we are fighting the bear like this. But if we are, then we're taking only 8 damage. If the bear goes first, we're taking 16 damage. If we're taking 16 damage, we can fight other stuff to heal. So I do think we can afford to fight one of these crazed honey bears and just find out who's going first and stuff. So they get 8, we're getting an additional attack, bear goes first. Okay, so we're gonna take a lot of damage here if we are fate fighting all of them. We started at 16 and we're ending up at 7, I think. Okay, so we did go down to 5 at one point, so we need to be at least 12 to not die to these bears. So yeah, I do think that fighting these bears without a really good plan is definitively suicide. So we won't do that. Instead, let's just heal up a little bit by fighting other stuff. And maybe if we get some gear that will allow it, we can go back and fight those bears. But this thing that will help us against the boss kinda screws us over with the crazed honey bears there. So excited that we have some new shenanigans to worry about for enemies to fight, but yeah, it's a little bit sad that we also it takes a lot longer to heal back up than I anticipated. Maybe we should just utilize a campfire for healing, or at least fight other stuff than bears. Speaking of, is there a campfire nearby? There's one down there. Let's also go here, improve or attack here. Or, yeah, they have no speed, so attack is the correct thing to go for. And I do think if we get the opportunity to heal here, we will, but okay, that's very close for comfort. Okay, Redwood Treant, they have 40 health, and they're dealing 3 to us. We are healing 1, 2 here, so they are, and this blocks them from getting additional attack, so we are basically only taking 1 damage a turn, which means that we should have absolutely no problem taking this guy out. We are dealing 10 damage back each turn, so yeah, just read it and weep, as they say in Vegas. Yeah, we're just gonna end up at max health there, I think. He's never gonna deal more damage than the we can heal back up here. So even if he had infinite health, we would win that, because he couldn't take us down. Because we don't heal 1, we heal 2 because of double strike. Yes. Okay, so Leshen, Ancient Evil of the Forest, 50 health, which means we need to be able to fight him for. We need to strike him five times, so we need to survive for 5 times, because we're gonna go down in speed, and he's gonna go first. So in 5 times we are healing for 1, 2, 3, 15. So that means we have 35 health, 36 health. This guy deals 35 health in 5 attacks, so, but we also go down before we heal back up, so I think we're not quite there yet, but we do have 2 additional slots here. If we just get 1 more jewel, I think the Bejeweled Blade would just really pop off, and I mean, this heals us for just a little bit, right? This is a tiny amount of healing, because it gives a little bit more speed, and but yeah, I don't think it matters in the long term. I don't think those Frostbite gauntlets really count for too long either, but at least they are here, and there's a cauldron, one of my favorite things to interact with, except for that crazed beehive thing, because I just haven't seen that before. Okay. Let's see, spiders. Spiders is going to deal damage to us because of this thing. And that caused the featherweight helmet not to trigger and stuff. Okay. Okay, so golem and food pot over here, nearby a waypoint. Oh no, I fought a raven. I shouldn't fight ravens. They eat all of our gold. Even though we can take him out in one strike, or 2 strikes with 1 turn, fighting ravens is usually really bad. Okay, here's another item patch, and another leather glove, or redwood roast, because we know there's another food combination item up here. Again, what we're really looking for is just 1 more jewel, because that will increase this thing by 2 more, and since we have double strike, that's just going to be really darn good for us. But before we find those jewels, let's find another food item to replace the frostbite gauntlet with, so we can combine that into a superfood and make me even more happy. I don't care for either of these, and it would be fun to just reroll it here to see if we can't find us another food item, but I'd rather save it for a hero's grave if we can luck out and find another one. That's the responsible choice, I think. Are you a regular bear? You are a regular bear. How are these honey bears? Are they still level 2, or are they now crazed honey bears at level 3? They're of course crazed honey bears at level 3, and they are absolutely scary. 11 attack if we have armor. 22 health? Yeah. Let's stay far away from those boys. Okay, is there anything worth looking at here? More items down there. And the pot is up there. Okay, let's go through these guys. We start this fight as at 18, and we're going down to 17, and then up to 19, I think? Yes, okay, so bats are 3 wins with healing. Food item. Oh, it's the same food item. You need it to be 2 different food items to be combined in the pot, and they also have to be basic. You can't combine golden foods. So yeah, this time let's reroll the roast, and we find frostbite trap. I think it's more relevant than the frostbite gauntlet, so I'm going to go here, and I kind of regret not looking at that other item that lets you take 1 less damage if you have armor, and we are always going to have armor, so that could have been good for us, but yeah, it's fine. I guess we just have to go further and look for more food items. But we are starting to run out of time here. I'm almost positive that we can take out Lesion's first form, but I'm a little bit scared of the final form. We have to survive for 10 turns to be able to take him out. But here is a jewel, and there is a wolf. Okay, what do we have here? Lose 1 speed, gain so much attack. Gain 1 speed every other turn. Restore health every other turn. So this effect, we're already gaining this. I don't like losing the speed here. It doesn't matter because we're going to end up at 0 speed. It's going to be less. 0 and 1 are both less than 3. So this is just a lot more raw damage. This is a little bit more healing. But these two, this is for the speed builds. This is for survivalist builds. We're not a survivalist build. We are a beatdown build. So I do think the Ruby Crown fits perfectly what we are trying to do here. speaking of, we don't really need Shield of the Hero anymore. We have Iron Transfusion and Leather Vest, which gives us the armor we need so to convert this thing. So actually, both we don't really need either of these, but this can combine to something down the line. So let's replace the Shield of the Hero here. You can give the enemy 3 freeze at a really opportune time, so I do like the idea of that. And now we are up to 7 raw damage. Going to be increased there to 8, and we're gonna multi-strike that, so we're gonna be at 16 damage a turn. That's better, I think. By a multiplum of degrees, and if this is a food item, I'm going to be very happy. No food items. Okay, let's still be on the lookout for food items. Maybe the merchant has a food item for us. And wolves deal more damage to us than we recuperate. Nice to know. Okay, stone, wood, water, unique, and our weapon. We are going to re-roll here. Unique Sanguine Potion, not a food item. Black Brow Gauntlets, not a food item, and not a food item. We're already striking twice, so I'd rather take the one with 6 additional damage and healing. Reroll are either a few food items, Sanguine Bombs. When you have armor, temporary gain 2 attack, but lose speed. I don't think we can afford to lose that speed because we need these 5 speeds to gain that. I think this is the final attempt to find the food, from the shops at least, and no one of these were reduced to 3 coins, and neither of them were food anyway. Okay, let's try to slaughter some wolves on our way to find a secondary food item here. Is there any food nearby? Another merchant? Sure. Over there. Okay. But... let's try to avoid these wolves, since they are actually dealing more damage to us than we heal. Speed doesn't matter here. Armor, 1 armor is just 1 more max health, and I don't think we are going to get to combine anything in the stew. Let's see, how are you doing? You're going to deal 5 damage to us, and we're not going to be able to heal that because. Okay, let's just fight Leshen then. No need to take more damage than need be. I do think we got this, because we are dealing an obscene amount of damage, and we have a little bit of sustain. We do have these triple freezes to also help us out, but the Iron Transfusion is always a little bit scary because it takes you down before it adds sustain. But let's see here. We take damage, then we go down and we heal, and we deal 16, go down to 9, trigger all the wounds. Opponent only does 3 damage for now, and as long as he's only doing 3 damage to us, we are not scared at all because we're gaining 3 sustain each round, so that's really good for us. Okay. Then the question is, how many turns can we survive Leshen's ultimate form? Because this is the really scary part. He starts low, but he grows every turn. But since we are dealing 16 damage each turn here, I do think we have a good thing going here. 16 damage, then we take 2, 16 damage, then we take 3. Yeah, I think this looks really good for us. And we still have the Frostbite trap that can help us, and yeah, he's down in 2 more goals, so we're gonna take 6 and then 7. Yeah, we're golden here. And that's another one for the good guys, if you consider me to be the good guy, and I hope you really do that. So yeah, Woodland Abomination defeated once more. If you enjoyed this series and you made it all the way to the end of the video, please consider liking, subscribing and commenting if you want to show your support for the video. And I hope that you enjoy this series, because I enjoy putting it out here. And if you want the access to the music, so like some people requested, I have it put it in the description down below for you guys to download if you wish to use it. And yeah, with that, I'd like to say thank you guys for watching. This is the Harbinger. We've been playing He Is Coming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, you guys take care.